We talked about the congressman's record and the mayor's record. That obviously leaves you out for just a moment, but do you care about any of this discussion?
Well, let's look at the record of not just not these two individuals, but let's look at the record of the Republican and Democratic parties. What our country really has is a two-headed one-party system that's completely failed the American people. I mean, the Republicans, who are supposed to be fiscal conservatives, they go into Congress and they, from under President Bush, and they increase the size of the federal spending by 70%. And then Democrats go in right in there and they just continue the same practices. Let's actually ask a question that has a whole lot of meaning going forward, which is the Federal Reserve, which is the money printing arm of Congress, is about to embark on what's known as quantitative easing, where they're going to buy $500 billion to $2 trillion worth of debt. What is your stance on these policies? Because these policies are going to impact the American people. It's going to lead to a crisis in the dollar, and people will be going out to try and buy things, and they won't be able to do it. Like, look at what they're doing to our seniors. They're not giving them a pull as well.
That's
sure. The Federal Reserve, which is the money printing arm of Congress, is about to embark on what's known as quantitative easing, where they're going to buy $500 billion to $2 trillion worth of debt. What is your stance on these policies?
These guys, do you regard what he's just brought up as germane, speaking of the word germane?
Well, I'm not going to get into the monetary policy of the Fed.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm not going to get into the monetary policy of the Fed. You know what? You're asking the questions, Rob. Not
well, we're also having a discussion. He wanted to know what you thought about that.
I am concerned about some of the Fed policies. Sure, I am. Who isn't? But I am very concerned about there might be some attempt at some point to monetize the debt, which will mean inflation at some point.
Doing.
And I am very well. We haven't experienced inflation yet, but sometime down the road, not in the near term, but we're very concerned about this, and so there are concerns about the Fed. Absolutely.
You want to take a swing at that, Mayor Callahan?
My record on debt and deficit's clear. That is John Callahan's record as mayor.
Just to be fair, he was raising a particular technical point about the Fed.
And I've talked about what we're going to do to get a handle on our debt and deficit in this country.
To be fair, he was raising a particular technical point about the Fed.
But here in the Lehigh Valley, it's just common sense.